go.
All right.
Commence primary ignition.
For Thursday, June 17th, 2021, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the officials. Oh my God.
Just keep going.
No,
Roll with it.
we're redoing that. Literally. I'm like dyslexic, dude. If it ends right there, so does my speech.
That's not dyslexia. I don't know what that is.
I can't, I have
Okay.
everything written out.
If you go down to the bottom
There's
of
a
the
scroll.
screen, there's a little
There it
scroll
is.
bar right there.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
You've only given the intro, what,
I was like,
47 times?
we're going to get this right.
Should I start over recording?
No,
Nope.
these are all
Nope.
bloopers. These are all bloopers.
No, we got to include this. We'll definitely include it somehow or another. All right, this is it, guys.
All right,
I'm
let's go.
feeling it.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Commence primary ignition.
For Thursday, June 17th, 2021, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the official podcast of the Serenno Squad.
Yay!
Yeah, turns out Gunnar was reading that off of a document. He did not memorize that. All the podcasts we've ever done, he's reading it off of the
It's a
document.
Serenno podcast. I'm Gunner.
Every time. Welcome to the podcast,
We're back.
everybody. We're here. We're in person. Look, we're here. Hold on. Yeah.
Look at all these nerds in the room.
Yay.
This is the best. We are finally back after over a year of being in person.
It was February 2020, our very first episode.
Literally one episode in the world's just like, no, we ain't doing that anymore.
No, we hated it so much. Stop it.
Gotta shut it down.
Faith no more. I cannot be in the same room with these people. If we do a podcast, we're doing it one person at a time in the studio.
Well, we're all vaccinated, so it's old news to us now. We're back.
Old news.
We're back.
Man.
And we've got
The
some
magnets keep wiping my phone, but I'm good.
yeah. And we have some approvals, so let's
Wait, who's on? Who are we?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so we're in person. You probably
we
want to
don't
see
have
it.
our faces zoomed in and name tags anymore.
We have Wayne, the mixer. I'm
The
Gunner.
master.
Yeah.
2 turntables and a microphone.
We have Evan,
Woo.
That guy.
Yeah.
and we have Paul.
Unfortunately, this guy.
We're all here. We're all so
Who is
happy.
Mr. Lincoln? Right at the back of his head.
Too soon. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So we're gonna
It's my
go
good
in
side.
to our Legion news.
Oh, yeah, we're going to bring him in.
We need to make all new sound files now that we have actual more data. than just
Legion
one episode.
news.
What can lose the classic sound of each one?
Just gotta remix it a little bit more.
All right.
You
So
know, kick and drum beat or something.
we have a new approval. So let us share that.
Maybe.
I just got. Oh no! It's inside baseball.
It's okay. Oh no, and I accidentally exited out of the tab. This is how it goes.
Let's do the CRL first.
First, the CRLs. All right, check it out, guys. This is the Hunter CRL, which might have actually came out a while ago.
I don't know if we covered it or not. I don't
may
remember talking about it. I
Okay.
don't remember anybody. All of a sudden, I just saw it. I was like,
Here's the real question though: is this the same as from the last seasons of Clone Wars?
I think so.
Is there a difference?
I don't think so. I think only Echo changed.
Yeah, because
Echo
he
did
got a
change.
whole outfit because he just had his helmet right in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he had like generic,
Yeah, he had reg armor.
Yeah.
yeah, regular armor, and they threw some blue lines on it, and then they gave him a weird helmet with a little slit.
Yeah.
No, Hunter's one of the coolest ones. Oh, are they gonna ever do any like helmet off cosplays? Would they ever do that? CRLs?
They have them like Kylo
Well, I mean,
has
there's
the helmet
different-
off version.
Yeah, there's different face characters
Okay.
and stuff that
Yeah.
would do that.
Because the Bad Batch, they have such unique faces.
You
know?
probably could. I
Well,
wonder if at the very
Yeah, but
bottom.
you're not doing like that's something else.
That's true. That's
'Cause
more like
if you're
that's
doing
almost
that,
like
then-
Rebel Legion.
Yeah,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
going into a different thing. Like you're making the character of Hunter as far as the armor goes. If you're making the character as far as I want to look like him, that's a whole different level.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a
It's true.
different thing.
But this looks
'Cause
awesome.
then you have to get half your face tattooed.
You'd have to get the headband, the long hair.
Is it a tattoo or is it like war paint?
Oh, it is
tattoo.
absolutely a tattoo.
Oh yeah, he absolutely got his face tattooed.
He's like Gene Simmons, and he just applies it to every
I
mission.
was gonna say, if that was war paint, Why is he still doing it?
That's true. Yeah, he's walking around like in civilian garb, and he's still got a thing on. I'm like, okay.
Why are you doing this? It's important to me, all right?
I like the tech. Tech is my favorite. If I was gonna do any of the armor, it'd be tech. Not that I think I would do any of the armor, but tech is my favorite.
All right,
We
well,
could do that, you know.
What
I
tech?
could do Wrecker, and you could do Tech, and you could do.
There's
I don't
4
know.
of them and
I
4
don't
of
know if
us.
you'd do a Hunter.
I don't know.
possible.
You would be a great crosshair though.
Ooh,
Does he count?
Yeah,
Wait, who?
Yeah,
Hunter,
you count.
Tech,
I'll do Crosshair.
Wrecker, Crosshair, and
He has
Echo.
one of the coolest helmets.
Okay.
I like Echo's look, but I don't want to chop my arm off.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Oh, what I could build you a thing where
a prosthesis?
It just wouldn't look right.
Yeah, you could
Sure
just keep
would.
your arm up like this.
You could totally do it. I believe in you.
no, you could do it to where you could do that.
All you gotta do
go up to
is
there,
it's
and-
for the photos.
And then we could do the
It'd be
little
really long,
spinny hand
though.
on it.
Just paint my hand and just stay like this the whole time.
That's what- just hold the screwdriver.
All right, so we got another one here to show.
We don't know what picture we're gonna see.
Yeah, who knows?
It's a mystery to all. of us.
This is the new one. This is new.
Yes, this one is actually new.
Fresh.
Well,
I'm a little iffy on these kind of characters, but this one's so well done, and I love the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah,
Sith
it's-
robes.
She's the cover of the game, right?
Well,
Well, she's not-
Bastila is,
on the
if
cover.
you play the game, there is part of the game, spoilers for a 17-year-old game, is, Bastila turns to the dark side at one point. And this is, I guess, my thing was, like, because you can do a dark side Ahsoka from the one episode of Clone Wars where she got evil for, like, 10 minutes. Those kind of things, I'm like,
Yeah.
it happened. I mean, if that was somebody's
This one,
favorite version of that character, I say do it.
if you do if you do like the Sith version where you're the dark side in KOTOR, does she stay dark side or does she turn back regular?
She stays. If you're dark side, she stays dark side. Because there's a point where if you're light side, you can either try to turn her or you have to kill her. Or if
I
you're
don't think I've ever
dark
had to
side,
Kill her.
if you're dark side, you can either get her to join you or kill her. If I remember correctly.
Well, now I don't have to play the game, do I? I was gonna get to that.
They're
too.
doing they're actually doing, not like but someone is doing a remake in the newest Unreal Engine 5
Yeah.
or whatever. I see it all over YouTube, and every time I watch it I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
I just want it to be a thing.
I know. I don't really have a whole lot of hope for it because most of that stuff fizzles out, like all of the sky, like when people tried to do Morrowind in the Skyrim and Oblivion in the sky, it's like, you're gonna make some cool YouTube videos and then
I would hope that BioWare, who we know is listening, they listen religiously.
they're viewer
At
number
least
5 out of 7.
The software engineers.
I would
Yes,
hope
listen to
that
podcast. There is no I in BioWare. Wasn't me.
I would hope that with Mass Effect being a huge success with their Legendary Edition, they would do something for KOTOR.
That'd be
Can
so
they do,
cool.
like licensing stuff. Can they do that?
It's a BioWare game.
Yeah, but with this, when we're talking about like
They didn't
Star
even think
Wars,
EA
and
now?
EA owns BioWare.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true.
what they would need to do is they would need to pull KOTOR 2 into it, but KOTOR 2 was made by Obsidian,
Yeah.
so they would need to do a joint thing, and
You wouldn't
also
need to. No, you can just leave that. The rest of the world can do what I do and pretend like that game does not exist.
KOTOR 2 is awesome.
It's awful.
Oh, I love it.
The game is awful.
The original KOTOR?
Yeah, it's
No,
one of the few that I've just
it's the
I just
second
gave
one.
up on. I just gave up on it. I was like,
It's
this
so
is
good.
terrible.
I
And
love it.
I played some awful Star Wars games in my day.
I
And
like
that
it.
one I just
It's-
I thought it was fun.
I didn't care about the
I like-
characters.
you
I didn't care about the story.
get
none of
mad.
it.
The characters are definitely not as memorable as from the first game, but there's so many more ambiguous moral decisions you can make that just makes it seem like it's a much darker game, and I just love it.
I like it goes more along with what they ended up doing in Mass Effect is the companions follow your alignment more so. So if you go dark, you can pull them and they're not just jerks, they become super dark.
Nice.
I don't know if I've ever played either game. I think I've played KOTOR 1 on Dark Side when I was 15, but I've never played KOTOR 2 Dark Side. But if they did a remaster, they would need to bring KOTOR 2 into it, and they would need to restore all the cut content because I think that's the biggest problem.
One of the biggest problems with KOTOR 2, other than it's really slow to start.
Yes, the progress.
You can tell there's so much content that got cut out because there's all these like story threads that start building and then just nothing happens.
Yeah, like the main villain Nihilus. Nihilus. I've been playing too much Mass Effect. Nihilus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it Nihilus or Revan in the?
Well, in
Revan.
KOTOR 2, it's Nihilus, sort of.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I've only played the first one. Is the first one the one that's available on like iPhone and stuff like that? Okay, yeah.
I think KOTOR 2 is as well. It might be. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Don't quote me on that.
All right. Well, that was
Major tangent. Tangent alert.
That's okay. We're gonna
what we do
finally
here.
get to this approval. Now that I've got it here. There we go.
Haha.
Wow.
That's
It
it.
looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
cool.
Congratulations to new member TA 17130 of Nova Inferno Squad on the approval of his assault tank trooper.
He did really good on that paint.
I really like the tank drivers.
I was so close to doing one after Rogue One. Like I did all the research and trying to figure out, exactly who to buy it from and what version to do, and ultimately it just kind of never happened.
Yeah, it was one of the ones I researched it just one day, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Just because that and the Shore Trooper, it's essentially the same thing with different helmets.
Yeah, I love the white though. The white
I like
finish.
the white shore trooper that's painted like this, the AT driver.
Yeah.
So I love that white shore trooper helmet with the big red blob on the back. So cool.
Looks awesome.
Yes, they did a very good job.
Yep.
And what was this? Was this from
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One?
It's
Rogue
a movie
One.
that came out what?
You probably
5
haven't
years
seen
ago?
it. It's a
Is
Star
it based
Wars
off
film.
of a Nissan car?
Yeah, actually, they named the
Sure.
Nissan Rogue after Rogue One.
Did
Actually,
you-
there was a
No,
Rogue.
Did you see the Rogue?
There was a
It was
yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
They had Star Wars lined in the frame of the door, and then like when you open the door, it would shine the light of like some Star Wars symbol. But it was.
You mean
The
like
Imperial Cog and
this
the
one?
Is that what it was?
Like that symbol?
I don't know which one it was.
It
It could have been a peace symbol. There's peace symbols in
Was
Star
it
Wars, right?
Was it this? Was it one of these or?
I was gonna say next month that symbol's gonna be over
I
here.
think it was something like this. It was like a cross, like Jesus or something. That's Star Wars, right? Everybody?
Well, I gotta go. This was fun.
Oh, this is Indiana
lost me.
Jones. I'm
I'm out.
sorry. Jeez, I'm always getting confused. All right, yeah, but no, seriously, that's an awesome. And the dude has a good it's good shaped like armor. Sometimes you can't wear certain armor because it's kind of bulky, but looks good on him.
Yes.
Looks good.
Sure.
Yes.
You don't agree?
Sure.
You don't know about bulky armor.
I don't. That's
You
why
ever
I
seen
like
a
the way
Republic
his looks.
Commando?
Well, everything's
Animated
bulky on him
clones?
because
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
true.
He has no idea what it means to have to build bulky armor.
Yeah.
everything of his, he has to. I've got to cut so much off this thing.
Yeah, his ab section won't fit on my thigh.
No, it was
No.
all printed. Didn't have to cut a thing, but printed to fit basically
Printed how many
I'll
times?
post.
a young child. Yeah.
How many times did you have to print it?
Wait, print
Your clone.
like that's like you worded it wrong. It's yeah. How many did I print? Not how many times did I print it. I printed
did
2 freaking suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one was too small.
I don't know why I didn't try it on. Should have started with the ab plates. That's a
Yes.
lesson learned.
But with a clone, whether realistic or animated, you always start here
Yeah, that's a good.
because everything else builds upon that.
That's
Yep,
true.
Yep. But no, this looks awesome. Congratulations. All right. Okie dokie. So now we can move on to our next segment.
I'm just like that big red end button is really scaring me. Cause like if you ended this, it would just be like.
Do you?
I don't know
This
what
is
would
what I
happen.
have to deal with every single time. Every single time. It's so much.
I guess you
bouncing.
haven't done it before, so.
No, I have not. Not live
He's
like
just
this.
the meme of the guy in front of the button.
Top story.
Be the one from Ren and Stimpy.
Excuse me.
The
That's
Jolly
the, that's
Candy
the wrong
Lark
franchise.
I think I don't care.
Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
Top story.
Yay!
So
Top story is
Bad
Wayne
Batch.
texting on his phone.
I'm not texting. I'm checking my. I ordered armor. And
Yeah,
it should have been.
this is all
here.
on camera now.
Is that going to be here today?
It's supposed to have been here today, so I'm curious to see if it. Nope, still in Greensboro.
Oh, I hate that.
Womp, womp, womp.
I probably just peeked the microphone.
It's all good.
Hopefully the box won't show up like mine did.
All right, so we're talking about episode 6 and 7 today, the Bad Batch.
Yes.
Episode 6, Decommissioned.
Yes.
And once again,
So I can just go out in front and say, episode 6 was Wayne's favorite episode of the season.
elaborate. Actually, Wayne, why don't you start with the episode? What'd you think?
No, it makes more sense as to why they focused on those characters, or people complained about those characters so much they were like, well, we're going to use them in something then. 'Cause if not, then they serve zero purpose for being there.
I was trying to explain them to Heather, and she was like, so who are these people again? I'm like, they helped Ahsoka. They were in a couple of kind of okay, meh episodes of Clone Wars, and that's all I could muster.
Not a very good synopsis. That's what you told her?
Yeah.
The two sisters?
I mean, I barely remembered who
Right.
they were. I was like, I know that they're sisters. One of them was mean.
What's
one
a
of them
character
was nice.
arc? I don't understand these words. What is
No,
what is
I
character
don't-
development?
I didn't hate that. I just didn't like those two characters. I understood where the story was going and why it needed to, and the fact that we got to go to the Pikeys was awesome. But I just didn't like those two characters. I liked some of the stuff that happened. I just thought those two sisters are kind of
Yeah. The foreshadowing.
I think it
would.
would- I
We
think
haven't
it
even
would've
gotten
fit-
into the episode, but
I think it would have fit better in the Clone Wars when they were. I think it would have fit better if the season had been longer and you had more other stuff, so it wasn't just like so much of the season was these two characters that you didn't necessarily
We
care
just
about.
got 4 episodes. I mean, everything was broken down to a 4-episode arc, so I mean that's fine.
I think people put too much weight on it because they're like, we're getting these 3 arcs to close out the
That's-
series.
yeah.
These are the most important
Yeah.
things ever.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is you followed up with the Bad Batch. You were introduced to them. This kicks ass, and you get, and here's these two, right? And then you followed it up with fucking Order 66 from the clone's point of view, Darth Maul's point of view, and Ahsoka's point of view. So you're like, yeah, what was this? You kept me from this.
yeah, I don't know what
You
that
took me away from this, kept me from this, and made me cute.
that arc though was more about like their relationship to the Empire, right? Or how much they
No.
hated the
No,
Republic.
they gave you a point of view of the regular people of why they really didn't care that much about the Jedi anymore. The
Right.
Jedi had
Yeah.
lost their way,
Mm-hmm.
and you were getting the point of view of the people of they didn't care anymore.
Right.
They saw the Jedi as there was the war, the Jedi were the war.
Yeah, it plays into it kind of helps explain why 20 years later no one's ever heard of a Jedi. The Jedi are just essentially erased from history. It's essentially you see from their point of view, even without Palpatine's propaganda machine, they're being blamed for the war.
Yeah, him placing them as generals put them as the face of the war.
Yeah.
So then, when people were just sick of the war, they were sick of the Jedi because of the war. Then the Jedi became the war. So then when the war was over and they heard they tried to overthrow the government, at that point people were just like, just be done with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people were like, there's the scene where they're sitting in the cell and she's trying to explain, like, our parents died because Zero the Hutt broke out from jail. And what did the Jedi do? They came up to us and said, the Force will be with you. Peace out.
Yeah,
Jedi
everything
fashion.
happens through the will of the Force. Well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So
There's a ham sandwich waiting for me back up top. I'll see you later.
so how does that come back to play in here? And so we're jumping ahead a little bit, but
So,
Well, because they go to the droid factory to get a head because
Yep.
they need the head of a
tactical droid.
favorite droids, the tacticals.
they are awesome.
They're wearing
Love
lipstick.
They are freaking awesome,
Love
especially
They're wearing lipstick.
they're like the only thing that it's really their only
If I could figure out a
match,
way to do the arms and
you
legs,
know?
I would build
the
it.
Jedi generals versus the tactical droids. They were
Maybe you
like
should have
that
had
on an
maybe you
equal
had-
level.
Maybe you should have had Gunner think about print the head of one of those and then nothing else.
Yeah, I could be done with it already.
Yeah, the head.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'd print like every part of the head, and it would take me 2 years.
But yeah, in this
Busy.
one, the Bad Batch is sent to go retrieve this head.
And I would just like to point out, I love Sid.
Dude, Sid is
Sid's pretty great.
I love Sid.
one of my favorite lines. Is in the next episode. I'll save it for that.
Which one is Sid?
She's the
Sid
one
is,
that's sending them on the jobs.
Oh, I
It's,
didn't know her now. Okay.
The Trandoshan who's been sending them on jobs.
Yeah.
So it's like Sid's place.
But we don't know.
And they start off every episode basically like hanging out in Sid's, and they're doing some. They're up to some shit
I like how they're kind of like bounty hunters now, and they're like chilling, and that it kind of gives me like a.
in a bar,
They're bounty hunters.
gambling, making
They're
bets.
not taking bounties and
Yeah.
searching. They're working for one person.
Yeah.
So they're mercenaries.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, was it this episode or the next episode that it actually addresses that? And he's like, "You're a mercenary now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which, but I do know that this episode starts off with they're trying to teach Omega how to shoot.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
doing
her
target
bow.
practice, yeah.
That thing is so cool. I love that thing so much.
But we don't know who Sid was working for. Who contacted Sid and said, "I need the droid head."
That's true.
We don't know who that was and what they wanted it for.
I have a pretty good idea, but
Who?
I think it was the rebellion.
Well, isn't that kind of what we're led to believe is the Martez sisters are working with Rex and presumably Ahsoka and
Yeah,
kind
but
of
they're
the
doing it to
very,
get-
very early rebellion.
Yeah, but I
Proto
think it's-
rebellion.
Somebody's ringing.
That's not supposed to happen.
I think that's your phone that's recording us.
Our camera is ringing.
I think it's frozen.
It's still recording.
No, look, Wayne's frozen.
Oh well, at least we got audio. Javier, you call me now?
Javier, come on, man.
Okay, turning off service.
You know, if you turn off service, is that gonna? Are you gonna?
Wi-Fi's still connected.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Would you just go into airplane mode?
Basically.
Well, airplane mode, you would lose Wi-Fi as well.
Okay. We are still here. I don't know what's going on.
It
Now it's-
happens.
Now it's all terribly blurry. Let me see. Oh God. Can you see? Oh, looks fine.
Yeah, you're fine. It looks like it did before.
It's all good.
We'll let the viewers tell us.
This will be the first edited episode.
Comment down below if it's blurry.
Oh, you just flooded us with 3 comments.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Direct-
Don't worry,
direct your-
James Silvius. We see all your
Actually, I do
comments.
think it's really cool
See
how
how
many
terrible that
people
looks,
like
though?
responded to it and liked the
What?
thing on Facebook. I'm
The Facebook group.
yeah, I was.
We should plug the go like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/ Gunner will put it right here.
Sereno.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Search Serenno Squad on Facebook. And
Yeah.
You'll find it.
Find us.
Squad
Search.
Serenno Squadcast. Serenno
Sor-
Squad. You'll find a different thing.
There
Yeah,
we
you'll
go.
find several different
You'll
things.
find both. Just search Serenno Squad. Like all the pages you can find.
Yeah, just click like all the way down. Facebook loves it when you just click like a whole bunch
Yes.
of times.
Thank you guys for the promotion. That was very, very nice of you.
So.
Before that happened,
I don't know where you're going to edit it, so I'm just going to pick up at some point.
All right, I don't think we are gonna edit it. I think we're gonna roll through.
Yeah.
Just
We're
do
gonna
it.
Make them live through the horribleness that we are.
I think we should.
We suffered through it. You suffered.
That's
through
what
it.
I say.
Welcome to our lives.
Just put a
I
disclaimer.
can't be the only one, you know.
Just put a disclaimer in
here.
the comments or something.
Heather watches,
description.
Heather watches a couple people on YouTube that it's clearly obvious they do not edit their videos because she was watching someone on YouTube who just she was making a video and then like her doorbell rang and she just got up and went answered the door and was opening a package and then just came back and continued filming as if nothing had happened, and it was very strange.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. That's
Yeah,
good
it's
content.
it's a slice of life, as they say.
That's right. That's right.
But I think we were talking about who contacted Sid to get the droid head.
Yeah. Who was it?
Well, at the time, there's 2 rebellions. Remember?
Oh yeah, you got Saw. Ooh, maybe it's Saw.
That would be a good connection, because I think at this point they're not quite.
Yeah, because
They're not as organized.
I
There's
love Saw.
We've kind of forgotten about Crosshair and Saw.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. We've kind of Crosshair's just been like, who?
I forgot about him, and now I'm scared of him.
Remember,
again.
he was like a threat like 3 episodes ago.
He still will be.
Oh yeah, I think he was definitely coming back because everything that's in the trailer is what we've now seen.
Yeah,
I forgot the trailer.
I believe you.
Well, there was a trailer a couple months ago when they advertised the show.
Yeah.
Do they
You know,
do that?
The Bad Batch show that's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
You can go and start watching it at some
You
point.
should check it out. It's good.
All I
it's a
have
fun
to
show.
do
You
is
should probably keep
check
messing
out
with
the Wikipedia. You know, don't even have to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
When this is over, you can Google how does a microphone work.
Hey, dude, it's gonna happen. Well, I just had to get up. I had to make some adjustments. All right. So,
Yeah.
All right. So they so anyways, whoever contacted Sid, they find one, they go to a I want to say a
decommissioning site.
factory, but it's not a factory. It's
Yeah, it's
It's
called
a-
a decommissioning site.
Yeah.
they're melting them down.
Yeah. It's like a steel mill, but for droid parts.
Yeah.
It's definitely all droids, though.
Yes.
Like,
It's all the
all
old
battle droids
yeah.
and super battle droids. Not are they super battle droids or
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're there. It was all the old droids are just being
tactical droids?
yeah.
They should have snuck some Portal references in there because there's like some scenes from the Portal games where the turrets they like fall into the fire and they're like, no, that would have been great if right before a droid falls in the fire, if it reactivates and goes, no, help me.
Actually, the thing that would have been cool is one of the super battle droids going in and thumbs up as he goes.
That was a huge missed opportunity.
But the batch shows up there, and then there's somebody else trying to steal it from them too.
Who could it be? These mysterious
The
characters.
Martez sisters,
Oh,
Wow.
that's what
Trace
it was.
and Rafa. Who I like their characters.
I don't know. I don't hate them. I just didn't like them at the time. They've grown on me after going back and watching because I'm like, well, this is what I got. I might as well just accept it.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if I like or dislike it. They're still there. So
Yeah.
It's true.
like
Well,
any of the other parts of Star Wars, there's things that I don't like, but I accept them because they're there.
I don't not like them. I just don't really care about them, and I'm sure the show will make me care about them. And
I'm
ready
wondering
for
if we'll
that.
see them again or not.
I hope so. I hope there's a reason for them being here this time other
Well-
than just
Remember us? We were in the other. Bye.
well, especially if they're working for Rex, I would love to see like this proto rebellion like
well, they're
we've
not working
seen.
for Rex.
Well, they're working with him
Yeah.
because he's who they. At the end of the episode, they contacted somebody who's mysterious. Turns out they were contacting Rex.
you really don't know that until you see them in the next episode, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember after the episode, people were like, "Is that Ahsoka?" Because obviously, anytime a hooded character
thought
shows
it
up,
was
it's
Maul.
Ahsoka.
I was
Oh,
like,
that'd be cool.
Well, because it's them, and the last time we saw them was with Ahsoka, I assumed
makes way more sense.
Yeah.
it was Ahsoka.
It's so easy to come up with conspiracies.
I wonder if we'll get some Maul in the show.
And also, anytime Dave Filoni's involved, Ahsoka is going to show up.
Yeah.
So,
I thought Dave Filoni was involved in all the Bad Batch episodes.
yes, he is.
Yeah. So she'll show up at some point, surely.
Ah,
Yes.
I received the message. Gotcha.
Maybe we'll find out how her Leku, is that what they're called? Leku? When in that species are they still called Leku?
Twi'leks have.
Montrails, I think.
Well, it'd be nice to see how they get mysteriously shorter in the Mandalorian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They randomly change lengths depending
Yeah.
on. She was wearing it short during that time of her life.
Yeah.
Be like a mood ring.
that planet was warm.
Just got out of the shower.
I tell. I mean, it was very war torn. All the trees are gone. It's just hot wind blowing.
So
Hey,
they're
wearing your Montreal
scrambling to
jacket.
get that.
Collar length.
They find the tactical droid. It's in pieces, and they're
Yeah.
scrambling to get its
Well, they
head.
found the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's
Speaking of head, I don't know if the
Never
viewers can
reference
see
that
this,
dead
but
person again.
I don't know if the viewers can see the. This is dangerous.
That is the fastest that
Look at this hair,
I've ever seen someone order a false head.
Oh, we talked about this. We did like a little, not even really like a. We just kind of set all this up last week.
Do not put that any closer to your.
That is
crotch.
really. That feels real. It's got some weight.
It
to
is real.
Please don't. It's not real.
It's not real. I'm not gonna be able to put this back down though. So anyway, this is.
you
This
didn't
is.
put it up in a bun or like a just tie it back. or
Do I
anything?
look like I can do a bun?
At least do a
no,
ponytail.
no,
just
you
put a hair tie around
Yeah,
it.
do some Princess Leia buns. Come on.
This is
This is gonna be bad.
this was
At
a
least we're
fantastic
filming.
idea all the way
Did you
around.
guys watch that podcast? You mean where the one he dropped the
guy
thing
destroyed
and
all
knocked
of his
it over,
priceless
knocked over
helmets
the other
in
thing,
one
knocked over
swing.
the thing, and then snapped his spine. I saw
One
that.
foul swoop.
No, we got.
Looks good though.
Let me,
You should put some like.
Remember that one where the fire started?
face paint on there.
It smells like real hammer. We should probably go.
look. Beautiful.
Grab my shoes on the way out.
There. All right.
So,
Arm and shoes.
Wrecker, he's not doing too hot. He hasn't been doing too hot the whole.
Yeah,
Season.
every episode of
He
this
gets his
show
head.
has had two things: a cameo from a previous Star Wars story,
Mm-hmm.
and Wrecker getting hit in the head.
Or just straight up having a headache.
Yeah,
Well, he is hitting it.
he got hit in the head like 3
He
episodes
keeps
in a
going
row,
bong and hitting
Yeah,
it.
he keeps. Just, yeah.
and he
Poor Rika.
he said the magic words in this episode.
Yeah, was it this episode?
Good
Yes.
soldiers follow.
Yeah.
orders.
Yes.
And it was
I don't know if he said the whole thing. He definitely had
Follow
the
orders.
good soldiers, and he
Yeah,
had the
something like that.
the evil eye, and then it passed.
It did pass. He like fought through it and was able to help.
I think somebody hit him in the head again.
Yeah.
And then they they didn't know that the whole entire like site was covered with police droids. So
That's who it was. I was trying to remember who it was that was shooting at them.
The
It
police
was the police droids.
Have we seen police droids in anything else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clone Wars. It's a really good show. You should watch it.
They were on
Clone
Coruscant,
Wars?
right?
Yeah.
Yes. They've been in other episodes as well.
There's a lot of Clone Wars, so it's like
There is a lot
Yeah.
of Clone Wars.
There's 7 seasons of it.
The sad thing is that I claim to have sat and watched through it all, but I probably.
You know what though? I watched through all 10 seasons of Stargate SG-1 in like 6 weeks back in college, and I could not tell you a thing. I can't even tell you the characters' names.
O'Neill, 2 L's.
Maybe I need to take my time and watch the series.
Well, I've also watched the show a lot.
Yeah.
I've watched it all the way through at least 3 times. I watched each episode as it aired multiple times.
I've only
Yeah,
I've
I
only
watched
seen
them as
through.
they aired. Then I watched them in order of the timeline of the show.
Yeah.
Then just go back and watch them. Yeah, like I want something while I'm eating dinner. I'll watch.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to do. I want to watch it with Heather in like the proper timeline because like I watched it on Netflix back in the day.
I can send you the list.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I remember. I
it's-
think I've
Send
seen
it
the
in
list
chat.
go
Yeah,
around.
I want
it's
to.
down,
I
but it's
want
on
to
Disney
restart.
Yeah.
I've done it, but I
Is
just.
it in the
blasted
right
through it.
order on Disney Plus?
No.
No, but it's
It
way
should be.
easier getting to them.
Oh, yeah.
You just Google chronological order Clone Wars.
Yeah, I watched it in whatever weird release order. I was like, wait, Zero the Hutt? Who is this? Because it was like he showed up and then all of a sudden they were like freeing him and then
But you also have to watch the movie.
you know what? I never saw the movie. I totally missed the
Yeah,
movie.
we watched it in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie-
Really?
It came out. Yep.
What?
Yep.
We're old.
Dang.
Was it like a full
I mean,
theater
I was
release?
there. I
It was
just.
a proper theatrical
I didn't
release.
know that. I remember though. I remember at the
It was
time
only in
that Clone
theaters for,
Wars
like,
came
a
out.
week.
Yeah, it was not a huge release because it was like August.
Yeah.
They marketed that thing for kids. I remember because I was like, I ain't watching that.
Well, I heard it was like the movie was terrible, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother.
not-
I didn't even hear that.
It's
I just
not
heard.
terrible. They just hadn't figured out who their audience was going to be at that point.
Yeah.
And also it was the first episodes they made. So take the pilot episode of any TV show and put that up in theaters. Like, here's our new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold. Well,
Encounter at Farpoint on the big screen.
Oh no!
That's a Star Trek reference.
Yeah, it's oof.
sounds pitiful. So we.
So
Oh,
they're fighting in the factory.
Those
I keep wanting to
police
call it factories
droids-
for some reason. Keep calling
Well,
it.
it's
pretty much
fine.
what it is.
Yeah.
In the warehouse.
Whatever. It could have been
The
a
place with the
factory
conveyor
before,
belts.
and now it's a Yeah.
The end of Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
The
see
one
it.
thing I kept expecting to happen is like, okay, they're going after a tactical droid head.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we saw a tactical droid head outside of the Clone Wars was in Rebels, when they brought Rex into Rebels. Ahsoka gives them a tactical droid head and says, here, this droid can analyze things very, very well. It leads them to Rex. The whole episode, I was like, oh my god, this is that droid head. This is going to end up going back to Ahsoka, and all, especially when the two sisters showed up. I was like, oh, this is that
Gotcha.
head. This is how they're going to get it. And then it blew up, and I was like, Well, damn.
There goes your theory. But it was a
Yeah.
good one because that's right. It was all I remember.
I feel like that would be too, because they do that a lot, especially in Bad Batch. It's like, hey, remember this thing from that thing over there? Well, here's the first version of that, or here's the part that happens before that thing. It's like every single thing happens. So it might almost be too on the nose if they went with that.
Yeah.
But- Oh no, I thought it was a good episode.
Oh, yep, and I mean, so they end up, like we said, they separate. Well, so who gets the head in the end?
Nobody, it blows up.
But they get some. The sisters get a droid.
Didn't Tech may have downloaded some information. That's right. He jammed a spike into it and was downloading information or doing something
so
to
they
it.
didn't
He gave that information to them.
lose the head completely. Yeah.
to-
They got the date off, which is what they
and they
wanted.
used the head to get all the decommissioned droids
Yeah.
to come back and help them get out because they were
yeah.
under a lot of fire from the
We
police
should probably
droids.
watch this episode again.
Yeah, it's
I watched it twice.
I remember very little. It's been
I
what,
watched both
12
episodes
days?
again today.
I meant to,
It
but
comes out
then
on Friday, and I make sure to wake up before I have to go to work to watch the episode then, so that throughout the day I'm not spoiled online anymore. And then I'm off on Saturday, so I'll watch it again.
See, I always forget to watch it because we're watching Handmaid's Tale now. So, like, we watch Handmaid's Tale with all our meals. And then by the time we remember watching Bad Batch, it's like Tuesday. And I've already gotten everything spoiled for me. So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, so that's basically it for the episode 6, Decommissioned. Moving on to episode 7, Battle Scars.
that's my boy.
Battle Scars.
Rex.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're my boy, Rex.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. We don't know that.
Yeah,
Were you guys? Did you think that's who it was though? When you saw the
Well, I knew he
shadow?
was in the trailer, so I was like, okay, eventually we're getting a Rex episode.
Okay.
I knew it was him as soon as he stood up because I was like, I know that hand and arm.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
you,
I saw the armor. I said that's a clone.
yeah, you know it
but-
for certain because he stands up and his arm comes out, and you see
Yeah,
he's wearing
you
his.
see the blue.
Yeah, he's wearing his armor.
I remember just seeing the armor, being like, "Oh, it's clone."
I love how they're just always like they never change their armor. They're just wearing the same armor from
Yeah.
before. They're not wearing like
Well, this
civilian clothes.
Well, they don't have the. I mean, they've touched on that with the thing. The whole reason that they're mercenaries now, they don't have the unlimited refund
Yeah.
or resources of, going to the Republic or the Empire anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, that's his.
I think it's just funny because they
clothes.
just they like sit around in their armor and they're like they just do everything in their armor just like a regular clone would. But you
It's
would
almost like
think.
it's a CG show and it costs more money.
I mean, yeah.
That might be
well,
it.
they said Rex at this time at least is considered dead.
Yeah.
So somebody walking around in his armor would be like, "Oh, you're a bounty hunter. You stole it from him," or something like that.
Because they parted ways with Ahsoka when that ship went down, right?
Yes.
That's the last time we saw him.
Yes.
But even before that, the beginning of the episode, we've got they come back, no tactical droid, and then Sid says that they basically they're in debt and they got to do. So
Yeah.
he has no idea how they're in debt, but then it shows that
Yeah.
a lot of the debt has been from at least some of it from Wrecker
Yeah.
getting candy for him and Omega, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. Just put it on Sid's bill. Oh, my favorite line from the episode though was when the episode starts with them they're getting chased by like 3 ships.
Yeah.
And they're transporting this armadillo like lizard thing. And they get it back to Sid, and Sid looks at it and says, "That's the weirdest lizard I've ever seen." And
Oh yeah, I
Sid's
do.
a freaking-
I do remember that because I thought that's
was-
really weird for her to say that.
Exactly.
Considering she's a
It was
lizard.
so funny. I'm sorry. I like that a lot. I like that. But
Like that
that's
moment on DuckTales where they saw them feeding ducks.
oh really? If that's not a meme, it should be. Yeah. So they oh yeah, and that's when they're basically before they even head out. That's when Rex shows up. And,
Yeah, he stops them basically in the bar and says,
and they
you know,
they chat for a little bit.
Are you gonna add a cloak to your Rex armor?
I need to look at the cloak
Yeah.
and see what it looks like. Because I'm like,
Are you gonna shave your head and do the what's there blonde?
no. Phil can do that. I'll leave it to him because he looks like Rex.
Yeah, he really does.
Nice.
Me, no. Anytime I take the helmet off, I'll be like, huh, Obi-Wan stole Rex's armor.
Yeah, so they I don't know how they get to talking about it, but
I'm trying to remember what.
Rex mentions
Oh, he came to them because he'd heard from the Martez sisters that they ran into him.
Mhm.
And he's like checking up on them and that kind of stuff. And then he's like, you still have your chips?
yeah, they start talking about the chips and he's getting like trigger happy. He's like, "Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you're up to no good." And everyone's like, "What the heck? Chill. It's just Wrecker, right?"
And then my favorite is Omega is like, oh, I don't have a chip. It's the straight up WandaVision Agnes wink.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a chip. Of course I don't.
Wait, are we saying that she does have a chip?
It seems rather convenient that this character, who we know nothing about, just all of a sudden is like, oh yeah, I know all about chips. I don't have one.
I knew she
I
knew
don't
about
have a chip.
chips.
You can go about your business.
Well, but
Well, she didn't have a chip.
I think that she was
Doesn't
like
have a
an unmodified. I mean, obviously she's a modified clone, but an unmodified clone like Boba Fett.
I'm
Boba
leaning
Fett's
more
not a chip.
towards that too, but now that you say it, that is kind of why would she?
It just seems like you're planting the seeds for something to potentially come up later.
And then yeah, they Rex is like, "How did you guys find out about the chips?" And they're like, "The kid told us." Like the kid told us, and then she's like, "Yeah, I don't even have one."
Well, she worked in she was like a medical tech, so she would know all about
She
it.
knew about them in previous episodes.
Who was that with it? That wasn't Lama Su, was it?
It was one of them.
In what?
In the first episodes with Omega.
All Kaminoans look the same to me.
Yeah,
And they all have the
that's
same
what
name.
She
Racist.
had
Yeah, that's
I
She was
forget.
somebody important. She wasn't just medical wing.
There's like 3 or 4 kind of primary Kaminoans.
You know, like the Prime Minister, Lamasu.
Tonwi.
Dad, Tom Wheatio.
Jesus.
That's the line. And that's
As
how
long as it's a
delivered.
line, we'll keep it in.
It's your father here. Dad, Tom Wheatio.
What?
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. Tell me I'm lying.
All
The
right.
views expressed by Wayne are not the opinions.
We left it in the program to yeah, okay. So they and then basically they're like, "Well, how did you get yours out?" And he's like, "Oh, I'd help or whatever, but I'll get back with you guys."
I had a real bad day, and then
Yeah.
Ahsoka helped me.
Yeah, it was really bad. That episode too was intense.
That was such
Super
a great
intense.
episode.
Yes.
Ahsoka fighting for her life. It was wild. So
And we found out Rex is old.
yeah.
Because Omega looks at him and says, "You're a first-generation clone."
Yep.
I wonder how many generations there were.
At least 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking 1 per year of the war.
That's true.
Well, there's the first gen, which assuming are the...
Those are the Geonosis ones, because
Presumably, those are the ones that...
with a million more units on them.
Yeah, the 200,000 is the first gen. Million more would probably be Gen 2. And then there's the 3A, the 4G.
The Mark V, the Mark 7.
These are iPhone jokes, people.
yeah, so Rex tells them that they got to go to Braca. Right?
Yes. Which, if you've played the game Jedi Fallen Order, that's the planet that you start
Yeah,
out
when I saw
That sounds
I
familiar.
was like, that planet name looks familiar and that place looks familiar. So I told Heather, I was like, I think that's the junk planet from Fallen Order, but I wasn't sure.
I didn't realize it was the same planet right away. I was just like, oh, this is another one of those planets where they just throw stuff.
yeah, we get a lot of those in Star Wars. What's the one from the other Star Wars game?
There's a Lotho Minor is on Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Force Unleashed. Isn't there one that's like?
And then there's
There's
one
an
from the
X.
Darth Maul episodes, which I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's because he's living underneath it.
Yeah, he's living at the bottom of a trash can.
He's living on a prayer.
But-
so yeah, they get to Braca, It's controlled by the Scrapper Guild, and
Who have very fine ponchos,
yes, they look very
just
slick.
like you get in Jedi Fallen Order.
And they kind of make their way towards the medical bay. But first, I don't know if you guys remember this, but as they're kind of going into the ship or whatever, they come across this watery little area, and there's something flopping around under the water.
I was looking
That
at
has to be, if it's not, that's a sarlacc, right?
No.
No,
It makes the
No, it looks
exact
more like
sounds
what,
of a sarlacc.
it's a Dianoga.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a full one.
So that's from Solo? No. That's from...
A New Hope.
New Hope.
Was that
That's
the
what
thing that grabs
grabs
Wrecker
Luke.
later?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Grabs Luke and
That's what it looks like?
yeah, that's what they
Yes.
look like. The one eye. And
It almost...
But it had like the whole...
looks-
That's
yeah,
right. It
looked
looked
a
like
lot-
a sarlacc, and it sounds like a sarlacc when Hans shoots it. It goes...
If anything, it looks more like what.
It looks like the
Han's
original
transported
sarlacc
in F7.
without the beak. That's what I
What
thought
it's
it
called?
was.
Do what?
The things that Hans transported.
Rathars.
Yeah, yeah. At first, I thought that's what it was, and now I took a closer look at it. Nah, that's
Wait, so Dianogas aren't just the little...
They're the eyeball thing.
no.
It's like a whole creature?
There's a whole thing to it.
Ah.
They made a figure of it and everything.
Oh,
It reminded me of the thing from Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
Yeah, it definitely was getting
Yeah.
big Lord of the Rings vibes from that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
if
yeah.
What do they
From
call that
that-
thing? The Watch...
I think it's just called the Watcher in the
The
Water.
Watcher and the Watch.
What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
The entrance to Moria?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't disturb the water.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings podcast.
I was gonna say,
coming
I
to
just
you.
got overtalked twice for a Lord of the Rings. Bullshit.
Sorry.
What was the word? that
But
they
if
used?
you had the old
No idea.
Death Star toy, at the bottom was the trash compactor. It was filled with foam. You could twist a little thing, and the door would pop, and the
Nice.
foam would push and pop the door open, so the figures could come out. But you got a Dianoga figure to put in that, and it was about that long, and it came up to the eye.
What?
But yeah, it had
That's so cool.
Was that like an 80s action figure you said?
Be late
Yeah,
70s,
say-
early 80s.
Yeah, I'd say 80, 79, 80.
Got to get our hands on
I
it.
was yet
I
a
gave mine away to a
glint.
friend.
In
That
my
makes
father's
way
eye.
more sense, though.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm valid. I want you to know that I believe in you. I think you're
I tell you all
absolutely
good
right.
luck. We're all counting on you.
He believes in
The
you.
water. It's
And
just
Matt-
that it looked and sounded so much like a sarlacc to me.
Sarlaccs aren't water creatures.
Well, I know
Well,
it.
we've only
it-
seen the one. So.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you know what, Paul, you don't have to defend me. All right, I'm just.
I'm just
Well, no,
telling you
they're-
what StarWars.com said. And they said it's a
Burrowing
Dianoga.
creatures. They're not water.
What?
They're burrowing creatures. Sarlaccs.
Yeah, so you wouldn't see it like just hanging out in the water.
It wouldn't be in the water at
Yeah.
all.
Presumably it wouldn't. No.
Not a sarlacc.
But so they try to get.
But I did want to point that out. That was a fun little spot.
Yes.
And they get through that.
And
They
then
get-
Wrecker goes full evil.
Yeah, as they're going to the medical bay, they find all the equipment and everything, and they start setting up. And I think he's just getting pissed.
Something happens. It starts.
It's the Sarlacc. The
Triggering it.
adrenaline of that and the hitting and all that. Yeah. It finally just clicked it.
He's the worst one to go full evil because he's the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well,
no, that'd be Hunter.
Either one of them.
Yeah.
I think,
Just from
I
like
think what you
if he
mean by
grabs you.
Wrecker is more like he's not really thinking things through. He's just gonna
Yeah, he's
kind of
just-
Hulk.
Yeah, it's like the Hulk. You need a Hulk buster.
Hulkbuster. Yeah, that he basically was Hulk busting. But and it was really sad, dude. You know, one thing I was thinking about is at one point it was Wrecker chasing Omega around with a blaster.
Yep.
That's got to be kind of scary for some kids to watch on TV.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Like
Yeah.
being chased by a guy with a gun makes you think. But
I think they need to teach her how to turn the stun setting on a blaster.
yeah, they do a lot of stunning, which is good. I'm glad that they used the stuns.
Did Rex stun himself when they started fighting? Did he like lose control of his blaster and stun himself? Because he got stunned.
I think so.
I
think
couldn't figure out where it was from.
I think
thought
he got
someone was shooting and
the-
he got pushed into it.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he dropped his gun and stunned himself or someone else stunned him.
Yeah, but there was nobody to help. And then, wait, what does happen? How does she?
Rex comes too.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's
And then
stunned, yeah.
he's stunned. Yeah. Exactly what you expect to happen, but they take it so freaking far. You're like, oh god, there's no hope. There he is.
Yes.
And then once they put him down, they take out his chip, and then they go around get everybody's chips out.
Yes. They took
Everybody's-
everyone's chips out. Some people seemed like they were unclear about that.
Yeah, no, they kind of showed everybody like, oh, I got, you know.
Like, here's my band-aid. They had to cut open my skull.
They didn't show Echo, I don't think, but they showed Wrecker, and they showed, I think Tech was holding his head.
Echo, they just had to undo a few bolts.
they probably just plugged him up.
I'm going to point out something that I found. It's the smallest thing, and so that's why I was like, it's not a big deal. But
Oh, it is.
Rex's scar's in the wrong place. It's way too far up.
It's somewhere up here.
It should be back here. When she takes the stuff off, when he's wearing the bandage, it's back here. His scar is up in here.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would have noticed that.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, well, I'm here to ruin things.
That's what you're here for. That's what we're all here for.
You've ruined the
Yeah.
whole show for me.
I'd have to go back and look and really pay attention.
Cool. Well, I mean, that's about it, though. That's all for episode 6 and 7 of the Bad Batch.
I hope we get to see Rex again, but I'm thinking they did that just as a familiar.
It felt very like, okay, bye.
He
see
walks
you
off
later
into
for
the
a-
fog.
He literally
Yeah.
walks off into the distance. And
Yeah,
just,
like that doesn't feel like he's
disappears.
coming
you won't
back
see
anytime
me
soon.
again until Rebels.
Yeah. See you next show.
yeah.
I get paid for this, right?
Oh, well.
Yeah. If he's showing up, it's going to be just in a small role. I don't think we'll see him again.
How do you think they paid D. Bradley Baker?
A lot.
No, like how though? Per clone?
With Dogecoin.
Well, I've noticed in the credits, he is credited at when you watch the credits, it just comes up as D. Bradley Baker as the Bad Batch.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
that's
saying,
how he's
does he get
credited.
paid per
Is he
clone?
only
Does
the
that
Bad
mean-
Batch in this
oh,
series, or does he do more than that?
I'm sure he does more than that.
He
but he
probably
that.
does more, but
I think they
primary
get.
is.
I think
it.
voice actors typically get paid by line,
I have no idea.
so he gets paid a lot.
I think there are.
Probably Paige.
I think there are rules about how many voices you can do in a show for credits and pay and things like that.
If there's a rule
I
for
want
it,
to
then
show
he's
just
pushing it.
all.
Thanks, Simpsons.
It's true.
All I remember is on one of the Robot Chicken DVDs, Seth Green said something about he can only do so many voices per show.
Huh.
Yes, I don't know.
Probably some corporate stuff.
It's all down to contracts and money and legals.
Really fun stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think that brings us to the end of our episode, guys. The Squadcast. We did it. We got through it.
Well,
Although,
we'll see. Let's see
yeah.
how it-
We got through it.
This
I don't know
might
about
not-
anybody else.
no one might ever see
If
this.
you're still here,
You know-
now's the secret phrase.
I might have a little bit of show and tell if anyone wants to hang
Oh.
on.
Is it
Oh,
another
wait a
head?
minute.
Please don't let it be another head.
Totally
It's,
forgot about show and tell.
Yeah, it's not a head, but it goes on a head.
Well, while Evan gets that, we'll.
Well, if he comes back in with a golf hat, I'm leaving.
It's a sombrero.
Well,
Ooh,
that's
now it's a party.
behind Wayne. Oh my God! Yes. So
Oh,
make sure you can the camera. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that.
So,
Wow.
so it's still, I haven't touched the hair yet. The problem is that when it came in the mail, it was crushed. And so the back of the helmet
let me see
it was
that.
cracked
That is-
all the way through it. It wasn't just cracked, it broke the back of the helmet.
It's sickening.
So I got super glue to go down into all the cracks. I haven't fixed the inside yet, so I've been trying to keep it stable so it doesn't crack anymore.
Please tell me you're going to keep that like that for at least one. That we can keep you in the pigtails with the.
Wait, I should put. I haven't.
What's he
actually,
doing over there? I
I've
think he's
actually-
playing Mystery Date.
I haven't actually put it on yet. I don't know what would happen if it's still cracked.
You've never put it on.
No, this is actually the first time I'll have put it on.
Oh, God, it doesn't
Sit on the
fit.
ottoman. Take a seat.
I was gonna say, what do you do if it doesn't
Just
fit?
just sit your tail on the. Okay,
It definitely fits.
looks good.
Let me give it a squat.
Yeah, you kind of look like you're gonna take a squat on the floor.
There we go. Please don't poop. There we go. Looks good. Look up. Look up at the camera.
You can't.
It's very back heavy, actually.
I have no idea if the microphones are picking him up. So
It's kind of.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
true.
tight right in here, like when you put it like your head in.
I want to see how close it is to the other. Let me see if I can put it on.
Oh gosh. Just don't-
that thing looks big enough I could fit in
What am
it.
I gonna do? Break it? Come on.
I mean, it's.
Famous last words.
Nope.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like tight right there. in
Nope.
the-
It will not fit past my temples.
That is a huge helmet, though.
Yeah, it is massive. It feels a lot bigger than the Royal Guard helmet. Like even though it's, I mean, I guess it is kind of bigger.
It's weird. The Royal Guard helmet fits me just fine. That looks bigger.
This is
But
this is a completely
On the
different
inside,
cast.
yeah, on the inside it's not.
Wow.
Sit you down over here.
Yeah, that was a wonderful show and tell. Thank
That
you,
was
Evan.
And that was a first time on my head. So there you go.
Well, it
You
works.
saw it here, folks.
Thing your head is not the same size as Wayne's. That'd be very disappointing.
Oh God, no! My head is way too big. We determined that with the clone helmet.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. So we'll cue the music. Yep. All right. So, if you guys want to check us out on YouTube, we are on YouTube, Serenno Squadcast, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and also on Google Podcasts.
You won't get to see the cool helmet on those, but you'll be able to hear everything else.
That's
just
right.
just
Supposedly.
picture it. It's blue. The hair is it's in pigtails, which is really strange.
No, you don't get this. If you don't watch, you don't get it.
You gotta watch.
You gotta
Go to
watch.
YouTube
Go
and
to
watch
YouTube.
it.
We need the subscribers.
Yeah.
And so, if you are interested in seeing the approval photos that we have, you can go onto Instagram and check out Garrison Tyrannus. If you are interested in joining the 501st or just want more information on the organization itself, check us out at 501st.com. We are representing the Serenno Squad, right, guys?
Yes.
So,
There really is more than 4 of us, but
Yeah.
yes, we are the only ones with microphones at the moment, but we're gonna get more people in here. So
whether
Gotta-
they want to or not.
we gotta, we're gonna drag them in, and they're
What do you
gonna.
think?
They have to share a mic with one of us though. So.
No, we have a 5th mic. Your 5th mic. We just gotta get a little. Right now it's just a handheld mic, but we can get a stand for it. But
Somebody's got to do
Got
Bob
it.
Barker style.
yeah, real classy. I like it. All right, well, thank you guys for listening, and until next time, bye bye.
Bye.